Hey, what's up, guys? It's Levi. Doing a video review. This week's Monday review is Transformers Energon Tow-line. So Tow-line was a deluxe class figure from the Transformers Energon line. The gimmick for this line was all what they called power links. So they combined together, and I cannot demonstrate that because I only own one Energon figure, and it's this one. However, I actually can demonstrate some of the cool things because he's more self-contained than a lot of the other figures in the line. So he's like some sort of news van, maybe futuristic, like reporting van. I guess is due to this radar and all these dishes up top. Let me see. It's got a really nice hand feel. He's a handful of van, and he is an interesting fellow. And that's basically because, get this dish out of the way. To transform him, you split him open as such. I like to lift these panels on the side up, and then you're gonna split him. That is, these are the types of connectors that all the Energon figures used. You're gonna split him there. You're gonna straighten out his legs, pull his arms forward, like that. You're going to come down here, and on this double hinge, you're going to do it to where you can collapse him kind of over. See, there's a notch in his lower waist here, and you're going to cover that over the connector so everything sits flush up front here. Flatten his feet, separate it out. And then his head is actually, it can just do that, but it's on a slider. So you're going to just tilt it as much as you can, and it slides up, and then you slide it in like that. And here you have Transformers Energon Tow-line in his basic robot mode. I actually really like the dumpy nature of this guy. It just goes to show that Autobots, weren't really all warriors. That some of them were just perhaps, television news reporters who transformed into their own vans. So I like the normal guy look. Not to mention he is rather articulated with ball joints here, but they can really only go backwards and forwards. And then you have a joints here. So can't go all the way around, but if you go like that, they can. Ball joints here on the elbows. Get you a good bend. His head rotates, and then of course you can take this and slide it out and make him look down, or look higher up that way. But that's kind of how that works. Waist is a ball joint, and then a knee joint goes all the way up there. If his foot is positioned any other way, it can go all the way up. So that's what his base robot mode looks like and all that it does. And it isn't a lot because, well, I guess there's another thing. That radar assembly that we took off the top there, that can kind of form some sort of weapon. Now, the ball joint here on mine is broken. So you can see when it's collapsed down, it sits like that. It sits flush here, but it sits like that. And you're supposed to just be able to take this and pull it. The ball joint is broken on mine, so this piece comes out way too easily. It will still hold, but not very tightly. There's different ways you can do this. I like to think of it like a sniper rifle, right? Something like that. Or you can do it this way. You can move this up, and that can be the sight, and then he can have more of a ray gun, double-barreled look. I don't know, but that can be his weapon. He can hold that if you want. You can do different things with it. And then there's the second half of his vehicle mode. So the second half of his vehicle mode, you come underneath, you can kind of close this up just to get out of the way, has treads that you can fold out. You can keep them together. And then the front wheels fold back. And then he has kind of a, I don't know, you could imagine these are sort of some sort of weapons or something like that. He has a mobile rolling platform, and that can be cool. But you still have this combining port here that the Transformers Energon line used. So yeah, you want to leave his head like that. You can take him at the middle, and on that double joint that we originally collapsed, you can bring that back out. And then taking his lower portion and his upper portion, you just get them kind of hooked in and lined up like that. Trying to get it. And there it goes. And then what you can do is you can take his feet, fold them down, and out of his toes you can flip some weapon barrels. And you now have his attack chariot form. You can fold these up if you want. He looks like a van that's sprouted some very angry appendages. You can leave those down and kind of use those as added weaponry. You can of course attach his already mentioned weapon. You can do that there. He can be ready for battle. So that's his kind of like main gimmick, is that he kind of in a self-contained way can use the Power Links gimmick in the way that the other figures in the Energon line couldn't. So I'm a big fan of his. This was just a quick little look at Transformers Energon Tow-line. Keep checking back, robotsandrants.com. Wednesday we'll have a new blog post, and then Friday we'll have another episode of the podcast. Thanks. Bye.